Welcome to Wise Heart Connect. We are talking about the earth element today. The earth element is very much associated with the planet Earth, how we grow and process and digest information, how we think, and how we receive and how we give. The earth element is very much associated with the archetypical mother. Oftentimes, the archetypical mother or kindergarten teacher has a little bit of plumpness. Oftentimes, she has a lap and a bosom that can hold many children, that is a little bit soft and cushy, that loves comfort, that loves to love, that is oftentimes looking to give back, to help guide and direct, to share information. There is a real generosity about the earth character, the person who has a dominance of earth. As far as the face goes, the earth is seen in the mouth, the lips specifically. So often a person who has big, full lips tends to, they say in face reading, they like to eat and they like to talk. More bonus if a person has a mole next to their mouth in some area, suggests an emphasis in liking to eat or liking to talk. Sometimes earth people have both. Another area where you can see an earth in the face is the upper eyelid. So if a person has a little extra fleshiness in that upper eyelid, because earth likes to accumulate, a person with a fleshy upper eyelid actually can do really good in real estate, if you will, an earth holding, right? Real estate would be literally having extra earth. So in face reading, the earth element shows up in our mouths. One way to measure the size of the mouth, whether it is large or small, is based on your own face. So if your pupils come down and naturally, smiling or sort of smiling, it is inside your mouth, the pupil line, your mouth would be considered relatively small. If it's much broader, then your mouth would be considered relatively large. And the size of the mouth suggests your, I guess I'd say the health of your earth element, or how earth dominant you are. The earth is a beautiful element, all associated with abundance and generosity, with the accumulation of information, to a certain extent, how well we care for ourselves and other people in practical ways. One of my friends has a strong earth element and she loves to feed people. She has people come to her house. She loves to entertain because she loves to cook, because she loves to feed people, because she loves people to be around her. She's very, very generous. It feels effortless when she's cooking. It's just sort of what she does. It comes naturally because that is how she is. She has these beautiful big lips and this beautiful mole next to her mouth, and she is just abundant in all ways and loves to share it. She also happens to be a teacher and loves children, and it's apparent in all of the ways that she shares and is generous. The money bags, or in less generous terms, the jowls, the dreaded jowls. In face reading, these are the money bags, and the money bags are associated with a little extra abundance, a little extra reserve for your time of need, a little bit that we squirrel away for a rainy day. In East Asian philosophy, a person historically was considered wealthy if they had some stores or reserves, be it, a bag of rice or a little extra cash. Having some resources on hand were a sign of abundance and a sign of wealth, actually. And so having these areas of our face, be it our lips, our jowls, or above the eye, a little extra flesh there, is associated with having a bit more abundance, a bit more to share, and a bit more to fall upon in times of need. I will say, thinning or sagging jowls suggests in Chinese medicine philosophy that the spleen is not utilizing the energy properly. There could be a falling down. So if a person has exhaustion, they don't have enough vital life force to keep all of their bodies up. And there can be, in dramatic cases, prolapses or sinking in the body, sinking areas like heavy jowls or heavy over eyelids. Those would be considered earth issues that could certainly be addressed with acupuncture and moving energy. No jowls would be not having enough for yourself or enough to share, or not having enough for a rainy day. The lips in face reading are about how we express ourselves, how much we have to share, and how interested we are in sharing. So a person with a big mouth, they tend to be generous in all ways, but also they like to communicate, they like to talk, they like to share, and they can do a lot of it. Whereas a person with a smaller or more narrow mouth maybe is more conservative with words and more conservative with sharing. But a healthy earth person loves to express warmly. There's an emotional generosity, a natural nurturing and caring. I think of the archetypal kindergarten teacher who has plenty of room in her bosom, on her lap, to hold lots of children, to guide and nurture and love on lots of people. The color of the lips can also be indicative of the health of the earth element. So a person with very pale lips could suggest a person who is slow in terms of digesting or doesn't have enough robust energy to digest. Likewise, a person with very purple lips could suggest a person with stagnation from having too much, which could be, in extreme cases, constipation or the lack of movement due to a stuckness of too much. Very red lips suggest perhaps some kind of inflammation in the digestive tract. It could also be associated with always being hungry or needing more. It could also be acid reflux. So our lips show us how we connect with others, how we process our emotions, and how we eat. The mustache area is the digestion and the thinking. So the sides above the lip here are connected to the spleen and the stomach. A smooth, round area here suggests good digestion, good ability to process thoughts, and good mental capacity, the ability to be a good student in terms of absorbing information and being able to share it again. But a sunken area here suggests a deficiency, poor digestion, or coldness. If it's white, some coldness. If it's hot, some inflammation. Breakouts here can be related to digestive issues and or food sensitivities or food allergies. In East Asian philosophy, the spleen is associated with not just how we digest, but also our ability to process thoughts and information and our emotional experiences. So in an ideal situation, we would ingest food or information or a thought, and we would process it, we would digest it, we would contemplate what is useful for us, what is not useful for us, and then we would be able to disseminate or toss away the unnecessary stuff. In some cases, if people are overthinking, maybe their mind is like your head going through the spin cycle on the washing machine and it's just not stopping, it's just overthinking. And that would be suggestive of perhaps needing some support with the spleen or stomach organs or meridians in Chinese medicine, acupuncture speak. And when the earth is balanced, we have clear thinking, we are good at absorbing information, and we're able to process emotions and information without over worrying. When the earth element is weak, we have overthinking, over processing, difficulty making decisions, or digestive issues like bloating, gas, or excessive cravings. The spleen is considered to be the center of our physical, mental, and emotional nourishment. Ways to support your own earth element are to eat gently cooked foods. So things like stir fries or soups. Warm foods help support the stomach because it's already partly digested. It is a way to support the earth element. Foods that feed the spleen would be, generally speaking, orange or yellow foods. Things like winter squash or pumpkin. These are very nourishing for the stomach and the spleen organs. While the earth element is associated also with the flavor of sweet, the flavor of sweet is considered to be an apple, not a Snickers bar. So a little bit of sweetness is also very harmonizing of the body. A classic herbal recommendation to support digestion would be the herb licorice, because it harmonizes and soothes and helps us to absorb whatever other things that we're taking. It's a harmonizing herb that supports all of the other things that we're eating. When earth feels excessive or heavy or sluggish or emotionally stuck, gentle movements like Tai Chi or a walk can be very supportive of the earth element. It also can help to clear mental clutter and also simplify modifying your diet can be a way to support the earth element, not giving yourself too much to digest, not giving yourself too much that you're ingesting of all different varieties, so that it's a little bit more clear and streamlined. So what do you see in yourself? How is your earth element? How do your lips look? Are they healthy? Are they a little plump in the right places? Do you have jowls? Do you have thin lips or thick lips? Face reading is an incredible tool for self-empowerment. Let me know in the comments, how is your earth element? Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your attention and time. I would love to connect with you if you felt like commenting about your experience, if you try any of these things that I offer. I hope that this information has helped and enriched your life. And if you are inspired to share it with others, I would be grateful. From my wise heart to yours, thank you.